This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
I think electric vehicles are the future of the automobile industry, even though they share only a tiny part of the total automobile market now. Despite being in a developing state today, they are more reliable, ecological, and flexible compared to internal combustion engines, ICEs, which use gasoline and similar products. However, many issues prevent them from conquering the automobile market. They require frequent recharge and consume a lot of electricity. While people often prefer gasoline cars over electric ones, I believe the future is on the side of EVs, as their advantages are vivid. The disadvantages will be overcome with technical progress. Recent studies show that the popularity and robustness of EVs have risen, and this tendency is continuing. Electric vehicles are safer, more flexible, and easier to drive, in addition to their higher ecological value. Public charging facilities are an important part of the EV industry, as they need to be recharged regularly. The power of charging stations and batteries' capacity is constantly increasing, and the refueling frequency was close to that of an ordinary internal combustion engine in 2018. This means that the work time of EV batteries and gasoline cars' engines became similar, and ICEs lost their advantage. While before, the capacity of the electric battery was expected to be quite low, the situation is changing as more advanced batteries are developed. Thus, electric vehicle issues are continuously solved, and future electric cars may be even more productive than gasoline ones. The main current problem, however, is the large price of EVs and their service compared to ICE. It is much easier to pour the fuel into the car than to create an electric battery that can be recharged. Electric vehicles were popular at the beginning of the automobile industry despite being slow and expensive, similar to all cars in those times. The quickly developing internal combustion engines replaced them due to the low fuel prices and larger velocities. Despite today's EVs conquering the market again, they are pretty heavy for the power infrastructure and require smart recharge stations, which do not load the system much. Social acceptance of buying EVs depends highly on the recharge station's availability, and while some countries provide privileges for electric car purchasing, people still accept gasoline cars better. Still, as one can see, this situation will change as EVs become more and more developed. As I would need a car to travel in urbanized and semi-urbanized areas, I would buy an EV. There are enough charging stations in cities, and if I need to travel for a long distance, which will probably be rare, I can use additional batteries. The advantages of electric cars, along with their ecological clearness, are their robustness, safety, and high flexibility. In my opinion, as EV technologies continue to improve, electric cars will become much better than they are today. Therefore, buying such a car is also an investment in the future. One can see that EVs are a robust and useful tool. Despite issues such as high prices, over-reliance on charging stations, and large loads of power infrastructure, those problems are solved actively. Batteries' power and capacity are constantly rising as technical progress continues, and intelligent charging stations enable them to recharge quickly and without a high power load. I would certainly buy an EV, as I believe it is the best choice for city travel, and their technologies will be developing actively. Despite being unreliable for traveling long distances, the situation is constantly improving, and the future of EVs is certainly bright. This essay on electric vehicles and their future perspectives was written and submitted by a student just like you. The Ivy Panda Samples database hosts thousands of works similar to this one, on various subjects. Visit ivypanda.com to find what you are looking for.